Yes. Here is here is your screen. Let's start the lesson. Yes. Today we are going to learn geography chapter number 10, that is urbanization. Yes. Now, what is urbanization? What are the effects of urbanization? And what are the reasons of urbanization? These all things we are going to complete in this lesson. Yes, but before starting, before getting into the urbanization, I would like to tell you, I would like to narrate you a small short story which is based on this lesson. Yes, everybody please listen carefully. Yes, let's start now. Here, yes, in this only two characters we can see here. One is farmer, his name is Tatya, and the second is Suraj, Tatya's farmer's son. Only two characters are there. Now the story starts when they are having conversation between them about who will go to the field to work in the farm. This is the conversation and the story starts here. Yes, Tatya. Tatya means a farmer. Tatya, Suresh, Tatya is telling, Tatya is saying, Suresh, I will come late to the field today. You go ahead. Here the farmer is telling that Suresh to his son that Suresh, you go ahead. I will come afterwards. I'll come after a while. Then here Suresh said, what Suresh is telling, listen carefully. But father, today I was thinking of going to the factory. Yes, but here's Suresh, what he is thinking that he don't want to go to the field. He want to go to the factory to work in it. Then what farmer is telling? Tata said, why? Why you want to go to the factory? We should work in a field. We should work in the field. Then Suresh said, I think I should work in that factory. Then again Suresh said that I should work in the factory. Then again Tatya's mind, a big question has arisen. Why you want to work in the factory for what? What is the purpose? Yes? Then what Suresh is telling, Father, if I will work in the factory, I will get monthly salary and also some additional money I'll get. Even I will get bonus in Diwali. Yes, here what Suresh is telling, why he is insistly working, he wants to work in the factory because he will get monthly salary. Yes, and also he will get additional money in also bonus in Diwali. So that's why he want to work in the factory. Then what Tatya, his father, is telling, we'll see that here. Tatya is telling, but what about our fields? Yes, then Tatya said that what about our fields? Who will look after them? Who will look after them? Then Suresh said, I will look after the field simultaneously. Means I will look both, I will have work in the field also I will work in the factory. I will do both the things simultaneously by one. Then Tatya said, okay, that's fine, but you will be able to manage all these things. Then Tatya said that, his father said that will you able to be manage this both the things properly? Then Suresh said, Tatya, see, I will look after all that. You don't worry about that. You should think of the future now. Our village will change drastically from what it looks now. Yes? Then Suresh he is convincing to his father that, see, father, we have to look forward about our future. We can see a drastic change in our village. Yes, due to the factory installation in our village, there is a drastic change we can see. So we have to think about our future. Again, Tatya said, again, a big question was there in Tatya's mind was that, what changes are you talking about? Again, Tatya is confused. This my son, what he's telling about the changes? I can't see the changes in my village. Then Suresh said, "Oh, Tatya, recall your past. Come on, recall your past. Remember the earlier village, how small was our village, and look after now. Now you look at our village. Today there is a factory near in our village. Our field is near. Because of the factory, roads will develop and facilities like hospitals, schools, and colleges, administrative offices will come up, will rise up. Huge buildings will stand tall in the village. People from all the sides, or the people from outsiders will come and stay in our village. The sprawl of the village will increase, and also as well as village will also develop. So here Suraj, what no, this story ends that the story ends it with that Suresh is convincing to the father that we should work in a factory, as well as simultaneously we should also work in the field, because we have to see our future. Yes, we have to see our future, because here our village is developing because of the factory. Then slowly the roads will develop. Yes, then transportation will be in develop. Then you can see a huge buildings you all can see in our village. Yes, all these things we will able to see when a particular village is developed into a urban city. Now this was the starting of the lesson with a short story. From this story, what we have understood that if in a village there is a factory or any small or mm, any projects is there in develop, then the particular that city is automatically it turns or it develop into the urban city. Yes. Now here on your screen you can see a this a city or a area which is slowly developing. Yes, you can see now which is slowly developing. There's a tall buildings. You can see transportation, communication. You can see satellites, stores. All these things it is developing. So this means that the it defines the word urbanization. Yes. Once again, you can have a look on your screen. A particular area, it is developed into a modern in a urban age. In urban is known as urbanization. It is a process of an area making or more urban. Yes, it is known as urbanization. I hope you all have clarified, you have understood what is urbanization. Let's move forward. Yes. Now, in this lesson, we are going to learn the definition of urbanization. What are the some geographical concept behind this? What are the reasons why that city is urbanized? There are some reasons we have to get it to know. Yes, all these things we are going to learn in this lesson. I hope I have started the lesson with a good start. I have done a great start. Let's start our lesson. The main point. Yes. After the story, we have some explanation about urbanization. Yes. Geographically, we have to think about it. See the first point here they have given us. Yes. The first point is this one. You will notice that because of the factory near the village, the occupation of the people of the village has started changing. This first point, what it tells us as, see, uh, the at the very first I narrated you the short story. There, Suresh, what is he's changing his occupation. He firstly what he was doing, he was working in the agricultural field. But when he will work in the factory, his occupation will be changed. Now then slowly one by one person of the village who is staying in that village, he will change his occupation. Yes, this is the main, you can think about the how the particular city or a village is turned into urbanized area. See the second point here. More and more people from outside come and start living in the village. Transport, hotels, restaurants, messes, retail shops, medical services, etc. start developing. When that area or when that village it started developing, yes, all the villagers will work in that factory. Then slowly their needs will also be developed. Then for those needs, for these needs, the people will start coming from outside village also, where the factory is situated. They will work in that factory, and that particular area will develop, and all the facilities will be seen over there. Facilities like transport facilities, hotels, restaurants, mess, retail shops, means small shops which we have studied in the trade lesson, medical services, yes, small clinics we can see over there, then hospitals. Then it starts slowly, it will start developing. Yes, then see the third point. As a result, the basic structure of the village starts changing. Yes, basically in the basic structure, the village will start changing. Why it will change? Because all these facilities will be there in the village. Then the other villagers will come in that village and they will stay over there. Then slowly that village will will develop into a city or a town. Yes, next. Yes, next they have explained about, see the next one here. Yes, first point, looking at our country. Yes, looking at our country, agriculture is the main occupation in the rural areas. This is one type of filling the blanks. You can mark it in your textbook, or you can take the screenshot. Dash is the main occupation in rural areas. Yes, you can write the answer as agriculture. Yes, for 1 mark filling the blanks. Yes, what they have explained here, looking at our country, that is India, agriculture is the main occupation in rural areas. Then, second point, agriculture and its aligned occupations are being followed since times immemorial. Yes, in the second point they have explained that. Now, first, get the meaning of this aligned. What is aligned over here? Aligned means joined. Aligned means joined or related. Yeah? And immemorial. Immemorial means what? Immemorial means for a long time. Immemorial means for a long time. These two meaning. First, get it, know that. Aligned means joined or related. Immemorial means what? For a long time. Now, what in the second point, what they have explained, that agriculture and its aligned occupation are being followed since times immemorial. Now, here, aligned occupations means what? Aligned occupation which is related with the agriculture. For example, animal husbandry, poultry, it is related to the agricultural occupation, which is aligned occupation. Yes, and here the farmers are doing this. Farmers are doing this the farmers are doing for a long time. Means what? Animal husbandry, poultry, they are doing from since long back years. Now also you all can see this occupation. The farmers, they are doing this. But 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 the village, if the farmer is staying in that village and that particular village is developing, yes, in urban area, then what will happen? Yes, see here. But now various industries have started coming up in rural areas. Yes, then what will happen? Then that farmers, the farmers which is doing this animal husbandry or poultry work, they will slowly turn their occupation, or they will go into the industries and they will work in that industry. Yes, why they will work? Because in that particular village you can see industries are developed. So here this is the main reason, this is the first main reason why the rural areas are developing in urban area. Yes. Example also they have given. For example, factories, mills, energy plants, multi-purpose projects. Now, what is multi-purpose project means? It means that dams. Yes, the big dams you all can see, which is in a construction. They are constructing the dam in that in various villages. It is known as multi-purpose projects. Now here in this points and before this points we have studied about the urbanization. There are some geographical concept. There are some geographical points we have to keep in our mind. That urbanization means what? Urbanization means it refers to the population shifts from rural to urban areas and the decrease in the proportion of people living in rural areas. Yes, rural areas means village area and urban area means city area. Yes, let's move forward. Yes, next they have explained about, see the first one. People come from the surrounding regions to work here and thus the population of the village increases. Yes, here let's take an example of that short story which I narrated you. See, the Suresh, he wanted to work in that factory. Yes, as soon as the Suresh will join, then his friends also will join that factory, they will work. Then also the village which is near to the village, other villages which are near to that, the villagers also they will come to in that village and they will work in that. So here what they have explained, that people from the surrounding regions to work here and thus the population of that particular village will slowly increase. See the second one. To fulfill their needs, other services also develop like medical facilities, food, hospitals, recreation, etc. Third point, consequently, the extent of the village grows and the form of earlier village changes. Yes, on your screen you can see this picture also. Slowly how the buildings are developed, how the particular area is developed. You can see the aeroplane. See, slowly the buildings are developing. Why? Because the facilities of that particular area are there. Yes, now here in this second point what they have explained here, what they have explained that a particular villagers they have their some needs na, they have to fulfill their needs. To fulfill their needs they will see that facilities are developed or not in that village. Yes, facilities like before also we have studied this, medical facilities, food, hospitals, recreations means like roads, yes, gardens, whatever, etc. Consequently, the extent of this village grows and the form of earlier village changes. Then a small village will change into a, will change in, will it will change, it will grow up. Why it will grow up? Because you can see the population is also there, population is more in that village. Then you can see the growth of that particular village. How you can how we can see a particular growth of the village? You can see the population of the village, you can see the facilities of the village. Yes, all these things, all these factors we can see in, if it is there in that village, then that particular village will grow, will develop in urban city. So next they have explained that, see the first point here. The Gram Panchayat providing public services to the village gives way to municipal council or municipal corporation. Sorry. Yes. The first point, yes, on your screen you can see one image. It tells this all the committee members or all the villagers, they are sitting on the chair and they are having the meeting, which is known as a Gram Panchayat. This Gram Panchayat you can see only in the village area. Then if that particular village will change into a urban area, then that area or that Gram Panchayat will give a change to municipal corporation. Here you can see the picture of municipal corporation of Mumbai. Yes, here with this what we have understood, if we are staying in a village, we can see a Gram Panchayat. If that village will change, will develop in city, there we can see municipal corporation. Yes. Now these bodies, see the second point here. These bodies, now what these bodies means, Gram Panchayat or municipal corporation. These bodies provide the different basic services. Now if that area which turns to rural to urban area, that they have their some duties and responsibility which they will provide as in services to the citizens. So uh, what are the services they will serve to the citizens? First is drinking water, roads, transportation, sewerage network. Sewerage means drainage lines, drainage pipes, that is known as sewerage network, street lighting, etc. All this services they have to provide to the citizens when a city, when a village turns into the urban city. Yes, this then you can see what you can see the changes. A Gram Panchayat will give a way to the municipal corporation or a municipal council. Yes, see the third point here. Beside this, other facilities like town planning, recreation facilities, tourist places, parks, etc. also need to be developed. Yes, these are the basic services they have to compulsory give to the citizens. Then the next, after that, the second preference to the services is what? Town planning. Yes, there should be a town planning. How the town should be, where should be the building, where should be the road, then where should be the garden, play area, yes, jogging track, road, street. All this planning should be done in, who will do this? Municipal corporation, they will do it properly. Yes, and this facilities, if there is there this facilities we can see in that area means what? That area is in the urban area, then that's what we can call that it is an urban city, it is an modern city. Yes, yes. Now after this we have some criteria. We have to think about the criteria for defining. What is the criteria they are telling about? The criteria is about for defining place as a urban area. And then the government of India, they have fixed some criteria. There are three criteria which we can define that place which is an urban area or not. Yes, as we can also easily we can get it that our area is urban or rural with this three criteria. So here, see the first criteria. The first criteria they tells us first criteria. In 1961, the Census of India has decided to define urban on the basis of the following criteria. Now, the first criteria we are going to see here. More than 75% of the male working population should be engaged in non-agricultural occupation. Yes, what they have explained in this first criteria that male person, yes, male persons, they should engage in the non-agricultural occupation. Non-agricultural means what? Which is not related with the agriculture. Yes, means that they should work in the factories, in the industries, in some big projects. Yes, this is known as non-agricultural occupation. This is the first criteria. If more than 75% of the male working population should be engaged in the non-agricultural occupation. See the second point or the second criteria. The population of the settlement should be more than 5,000. Yes, for that particular area, about that urban area, the population should be more than 5,000. Then that city is known as urban city. Third criteria they have explained that the population density of the settlement should be more than 400 persons per square kilometer. This is the three criteria we have to define if we want to define that area is urban or not. Yes, these three things you have to keep in our mind. Yes, now then we can see at last that that village or that city is transforming into a city or a town. Then we can call that particular city as an urban area. Yes, let's move forward now. Yes. Last they have explained last point about the geographical explanation. See, they have explained that talking of the urbanization in India, the urban population has been increasing consistently from 1961 to 2011. Yes, here they have India. In India they have the graph or they have observed it properly in from which year the population, the urban population has been increasing. In this, from 1961 to 1981, the growth was around just 5.5%. But from 1981 to 2011, the growth was around 13.73%. Here you can see where 5.5% was there, and now recently we can see there is 13.73%. Here you can see the growth of urbanization in India. This means that the urban population is increasing rapidly in India. You can see a drastic change in our India. Yes, see the next now. Urbanization occurs because of many reasons. We will study some of the main reasons. See, till now we have learned about how a village which turns or which develop into a city. We have learned through some geographical concepts. Yes, then we have studied the three criteria. What are the three criteria for defining a place as an urban area? Then we have studied about there is a drastic change in from 1981 to 2011 year. You can see the drastic change of urban population is rising rapidly in India. Then further we are going to learn about there are some main reasons why the city is urbanized. Yes, we are going to have a look for it. Yes, there are the 5 reasons of urbanization. What are the 5 reasons? See the first one here. First one is industrialization. Second is trade. Third, mechanization and technology. Fourth is transport and communication, and fifth is migration. Because of these five things, because of these five reasons, that the city is developed in urban city. Yes. Now we are going to have a look with this one reason in detail. Yes, let's start with the first, that is industrialization. Yes, the first main reason of urbanization is industrialization. See the first point over here. First point, the development and concentration of industries in a region is a factor contributing towards urbanization. Yes, if the particular industry is developed in that region, then that region will definitely turn into the urban city. Second point, increase in industries leads to increase in the hopes of people who are attracted towards these industries from surrounding areas. This increases the speed of urbanization. Yes, what they have said there, if the industries are increased, then the hopes of the people will also be increased. They will attract the people which are staying in that village, they will slowly attract to that industrialization life. They will work in that industries, and their development will also will be seen in that region. Yes, third point, in the 19th century, Mumbai grew rapidly because of textile mills started on a large scale in Mumbai. In 19th century, Mumbai Mumbai has taken a great change, has done rapidly. You can see, or rapidly they can. Mumbai has grew because of the textile mills on a large scale. Mumbai is very famous for the textile mills. Yes, this is the one example of, you can see, about the industrialization in our India. Last point, fourth point, what they have explained us. Many villages which were originally fishing villages like Kolivadas became part of Mumbai metropolitan area because of industrialization and urbanization. Right. Yes. Last point, what they have explained here, many villages which were originally fishing villages. Yes, the villages which are very famous for fishing, what they become a part of they became a part of Mumbai as a metropolitan area. Why? Because of the industrialization and because of the urbanization. Yes, slowly in Mumbai you all can see all the textile mills have started. Then that all the facilities we can see, then we can see that the Mumbai, which is known as a metropolitan area. Then all the fishing villages, they are slowly connected to the Mumbai city. This was the example of industrialization. This is the main reason why the why that region is developing in urban city. Yes, here you can see the example of Mumbai only. See the image. The first image you can see Mumbai in past. Yes, here this is the image you can see on your screen, which is in Mumbai, which is in, you can see it is a past image, old image you can see here. Yes, this one. And here at present the Mumbai will look like. Here you can see the drastic change of Mumbai. Yes, see the first, the population in this first image, in this old image is very less, and now you can see the huge buildings. You all can see the transport, the roads, the vehicles. You can see the tall buildings. Yes, this is the change due to the textile mills in Mumbai. There is a change in the Mumbai city. This was the example of industrialization. Yes. This yes, next is trade. The second main reason of urbanization, as we have studied trade about in detail, the whole lesson we have studied. Yes, so what is trade here? Trade means buying and selling of the goods and services is known as trade. Now here what they have explained us about the trade we are going to see. First point about the trade. A place in a region is sometimes favorable in terms of transport, loading, unloading, and storage of goods. These leads to development of trade and related services like business complex, banks, credit societies, godowns, cold storage, houses, etc. start growing. For example, Nagpur in India, this is one type of example. Nagpur in India is centrally located in India. Urbanization started increasing here because this location facilitated trade. Yes. Now here, let's take an example that of India only. Nagpur is coming in the middle of the India. Not exactly, but approximately. Nagpur is middle at the India. Then you can easily you can have a connectivity in the Nagpur through east also, through west, north, south. Yes, if I want to transport the goods, if I want to transport the goods from Kanyakumari to Kashmir, then Nagpur is there in the middle. So easily we can exchange our goods, we can reload the goods in the Nagpur. So in this, so in the Nagpur easily we can exchange the goods or we can store, we can see the containers. Most of the times you also have observed that big containers, they are there in the highways, in that, yes, you have seen this big containers on the roads also. So this is the second reason, that because of the trade, because of the trading trading process, the urbanization will also increase. Yes, next. Yes. The third main reason of urbanization is mechanization and technology. Mechanization and technology. On your screen, you can see four images. Yes, you can see four images. The first image is the a person. He's collecting a dry grass. Yes, and before that, at the opposite, you can see a machine. Yes, you can see a machine which is collecting all that dry grasses. And in here, this picture, you can see a farmer. He is with the bullock cart. He is plucking in that field. And here you can see the tractor over there. Now see, this is the difference you can understand with this image. Here you can see a bullock cart you can see, and the same process which is done by the tractor. So this is, it is known as mechanization and technology. Here the technology is used in machinery form. It is known as mechanization and technology. Yes, what is mechanization? It means that when we use modern machinery in agriculture is known as mechanization. With the image on your screen, you can easily understood. Yes, yes. Now we will see the, I'll explain you with the point wise. Yes, first point, we can see lot of advantages of mechanization and technology in various fields. Not only in the agriculture field, in other fields also. Through machineries, we can have our work in a within a very short time, within a short period. Yes. Second, both are helpful to urbanization too. Yes, see, in a farmer, he is working in the field. A farmer, he is working in the field with the bullock cart. But at the same time, at the same time, the tractor, he will also work he will also work in a very energetic way because because of the technology, because of the machinery. Yes, this was the example. See here. Third point. In the recent decade, the use of technology has increased in agriculture. In recent decade, recently you can see many technologies they have increased in the agricultural field. Big machineries we can see in the agricultural field. Yes, which we can see easily that agricultural work will done. Third point, mechanization has also increased. In rural areas, agriculture is done with the help of machine on a large scale these days. The manpower employed in agriculture became devoid of agricultural work. Yes, this was the main. This is the main reason why the employees or why the farmers or why the villagers they are not working in the agricultural field. Why they are not working? Because of the machines which are provided on large scale. So that's why the manpower there you can see it is very less in the agricultural field. Why? Because of the machinery, because of the technology. So because of this, the employees they are not working in the agricultural field. They are working in the big factories, they are working in the big industrialization area. So it becomes devoid means what? Less. So the employees, so the man, so the villages, they are very less. You can see, we can see very less number of villagers are working in the agricultural field. Next, this working class came to cities to look for work. As a result, urban population started increasing. See, because of this technology and mechanization and the new technology which are using in the agricultural field, so this is the reason that people, that the villages, they are not working in the agricultural field. They want to, they are working in the factories. So this is was the third reason of urbanization, that was mechanization and technology. Yes. Fourth, fourth is transport and communication. Yes, when that region will develop properly, then slowly the transport and communication will also be increased. Yes, see the example over here, point wise. In regions where transport facilities like roads and railways develop, urbanization of small rural settlements occurs rapidly over there. See, if that region doesn't have the road, doesn't have the transport facility, then how that area, how that region will develop? So when that in that region the industries will form, yes, small scale or big scale industry, then slowly the you can see their facilities will also will develop. Then after the facilities, we can see that when the trading process is going on, then slowly the transport and communication will also be developed. See, when you all are traveling to the villages, yes, you can see the high on the highways, when we travel to one area to other, that time you can see uh, most of the area which is very small village you all can see. Yes, why that village is not developed? Because their transportation is not good there. In that region communication is not happening. So this is the reason we can see that that region will not develop, will not be urbanized. Yes, but if that highways or that railways or railways are also there, so that region will develop immediately. Why? Because of the transportation and communication. So here easily we can buy and sell the goods easily with the transportation and through also the communication. Yes, communication means what? See, now also in this 21st century, we can communicate easily. If our family member is there in other village, in other district, or in other country, we can easily communicate. Why? Because we live in urban city. Yes, here also they have given you one example. Let's see that. After the development of Konkan Railway, many many villages like Saravde district, the Saravde village which is there in the district, that is Ratnagiri, lying close to its approximately have started urbanizing. See, because the government has started the Konkan Railway, the many villages which are connected to the Konkan area, Konkan city. There you can see the village like Saravde, which is in the Ratnagiri. It is slowly, it is developing because which transport you can see that railway transport is there in that Konkan, so that small villages will also be developed. The next example they have, second example what they have said, that convergence of important rail routes through Bhusawar, that is in Jalgaon district, led to its rapid growth also. Yes, these two examples tells us, explains us about the transportation and communication. Why it is important in urbanizing the city. Yes. The last main reason of urbanization is migration. Yes, I hope this word is very familiar with you all. Yes, the first point, what is migration over here? Migration is a major factor affecting urbanization. The migration can be short term, long term, or permanent. Yes, migration you can see in two ways, short term and long term. Short term means if a villager is moving to one village to other village, and long term means what? Means permanently he is shifting in that city. Yes, migration occurs from rural area, rural to urban, or urban to urban areas. Third, the attraction of higher standard of life has also related in an increase in migratory population in the cities. For example, migration occurring in cities like Mumbai, Pune from other parts of India. So here we can say why the migration, why the peoples are migrating. See, if in that village where their people are staying, if there is no food, there is no place to work, there is no agricultural field, then why the peoples they will stay in that village? Then because of this reason, they will see that in that next village or in the next city, there the city is full with all the facilities, all the industries we can see. Then those peoples with the facilities they are not getting in that village, they will migrate in that city because they will work, they will have those facilities which they were not getting it in that village. So this is the main reason you can see in you can see of urbanization, that is migration. Yes, here, yes, till now here we have studied about what is urbanization. We have learned with we have a great start with a short narrated, I have narrated a story also. Then after that we have learned there are some geographical uh, concept, geographical things we have to keep in our mind when we are learning urbanization. Why the city is developed, how the city is developed, what are the factors affecting it. Then we have studied, about the main reasons. What are the main reasons of urbanization? Yes, the main reasons. Here we are going to have a revision of it. Yes, students, First, we have studied about the urbanization, what it means. Then we have studied the main reasons of urbanization. The first was industrialization, trade, mechanization and technology, transport and communication, and last is migration. All this we have studied first in the first part of this lesson. I hope you all have understood this first part of our urbanization. Yes, after that, now it's time to evaluate. Now, all these questions you have to note it down. You can take the screenshot, solve it with in your notebook. We have learned in this first part of the urbanization. Yes, you have to write just the advantages. What are the advantages of technology and mechanization, trade, industrialization, amenities in urban areas? Amenities means facilities. What are the facilities in urban areas? Just now we have studied in the first chapter. You have to note it down in your own words, or you can also take help of your textbook. Yes. Sorry. So thank you students. I hope you all have understood the first part of urbanization. Yes. Same lesson we are going to continue tomorrow at the same time. Yes. Solve the question answers. Solve the questions properly in your own words. We will see you tomorrow. Stay home, stay safe and keep learning.